Hello and welcome to the Monday edition of Weathertainment. I'm meteorologist Jeff Matthews, and truly I say unto you, the week is going to be featured by having little precipitation and a significant cool down around the midweek period. But first things first, I want you to consider following me if you're on social media like Twitter at CNY Jeff Matthews. Now our weather headlines, starting with the precipitation. Sprinkles only. Just sprinkles. Like a chef would just put a dash in the pot. Just a dash. Not splash and dash. That's more than a dash. Just a dash. Sprinkles. Maybe. This afternoon, like early to mid-afternoon, not so much late. And then again, the middle of the week. Temperatures are going to be averaging near average until midweek, and then... And finally, you know what this week is? It's the kickoff of the New York State Fair. So I encourage you to check out, under the event forecast, my New York State Fair forecast for Syracuse. Meanwhile, I expect a high today of about 82, 77 for Tuesday. It begins dropping off, continues downwards for Wednesday 72 and Thursday 70. Where are we going here? And then it begins to recover quickly for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But definitely a precipitous drop-off without much precipitation coming our way for the midweek period. Meanwhile, the sun, well, it's fading away. Here's why. That high pressure that brought us a delightful weekend, it's fading away, taking with it the cooler and drier air, so we get into a more warm, southerly wind. Did I say that twice? Which is twice as nice? Anyway, so the clouds will be increasing early this morning, and they may bring a sprinkle because of a front that's approaching and moving through the Mohawk Valley. So, unfortunately, the clouds are going to wind up winning today, and there's a possibility of just a sprinkle. But as we look at it from the infrared satellite imagery, we're looking inside the clouds now, not so much just the visible satellite where it's like a photograph, you're just looking at it. Here we're going inside the clouds. You can pick up a couple of things. First of all, the big area of clear skies over eastern Canada and New England, thanks to the high pressure area, is going away as that high chugs off to the Maritimes. Here comes a front, gets your attention, but if you look at it carefully, and when you look at it more carefully in a moment, you notice that the clouds are actually kind of thinning out. There's a thrust in the middle here that's causing the clouds to fan out to the north or to the south, kind of breaking the front up as it approaches. And when you look at it on the water vapor imagery, you can see that even more clearly, where there's definitely a thrust here of very dry air kind of breaking up that front as it approaches. And for good reason, because it's bumping into the high, which is bumping into a storm, which has been here for days and days and days, and that has caused a log jam, so there's nowhere for that part of the front to go but to break in half. And so that's why I don't expect more than a sprinkle early to mid-afternoon, worst case scenario. Now check out my almanac for the weekend. Very happy. 76 was the actual for Saturday. I forecasted 78. 80 on Sunday. I forecasted 82, and you can see the lows were very close to forecast. No precipitation. Sunset now is at 7:50 in the evening and continuing to retreat, and we lose 2 more minutes of daylight. Your forecast follows next.
Welcome to Intermission. Intermission.
So here's your forecast. Mostly gray today, maybe a brief afternoon sprinkle, but if you blink, you'll miss it. That's it. And a high of 82 degrees. It'll rapidly clear up towards dinner time and sunset. A mostly clear night, 58. Partly sunny for your Tuesday. Double hockey sticks upside down for the high. A high of 77. And the 7-day forecast looks a lot like this. Only rain chances this week, really. This afternoon, sprinkle. Wednesday and Thursday afternoons, maybe a sprinkle. It'll turn cooler midweek, so partly sunny on Tuesday, early sun on Wednesday and Thursday. It'll tend to cloud up both afternoons as some cooler air moves over the lake, and maybe enough to generate a sprinkle both afternoons. And then dry weather for Friday on through the upcoming weekend. That is your forecast. Make it a great Monday.